Hey guys, hola hola, welcome back to another video. This video, look guys, it is World Cup time, as many of you well know, and they are finishing up the round of 32 tomorrow, and then we're headed straight into the round of 16. So today's video is going to be kind of like, I guess, my opinion of the jerseys. They're kind of like reviewing the jerseys of each of the teams that made it into the round of 16. I was going to do the round of 32, but with other editing that I needed to get done, as well as other things just going on, it was too many teams to get through, so I'm going to be doing the round of 16 instead. So guys, let's get started. Okay, so first up is Canada. I do have the images right here in front of me on my iPad. So I'm going to be looking at their home kits and their away kits. So with Canada's home kit, it's very simple, but it's very sleek. I like the very simple, minimal black detailing on the seams, and I really like how it has this like outline, this very subtle outline of the maple leaf, and it looks really cool, and I like how it's two-tone. And then they just have the Canada logo, and yeah, I like it. It's simple but sleek, and it looks pretty cool. As for the away kit, it's actually, I like it a lot better. I kind of like how it kind of looks, if you think about like a frozen lake or something and like someone goes skating on it, it kind of looks like that, or almost like paint. But I like how it kind of has that maple leaf carved, not carved, but up there behind the Canada logo, or I guess the crest, I guess you could say. And again, just kind of looking like icy, or almost like paint. And I like the detail of the rest of the front. They're kind of mirroring the home kit with that simple red, like, lining or piping, I guess you could say, along some of the seams. And I like how the red, goes against the black. I do kind of wish they had kept that kind of like theme that they have going on the front along the back, because from what I can see, or from what we can all see, the back, most of the back is plain black, and I'm assuming that's because of the names and the numbers and whatnot. But I think it would have looked a lot cooler if they had kept it over the entire jersey. So that's Canada. Cool jerseys. Yeah, I mean, if I was Canadian, I would definitely buy this. Really, really nice design. Nike did a really good job on it. Okay, guys, so to continue on, we have Morocco. So the Moroccan home jersey, yes, I believe this is their home kit, the red one. Honestly, I like it, and I really, really love the details that are around the sleeves and the collar. I feel like it reflects Morocco, like, I guess, kind of... I just kind of like the style of Morocco really well. I've never been to Morocco, but I have seen pictures of Morocco and like videos and stuff like that. And I don't know, I just feel like it complements the jersey really, really well. I do like their crest right in the middle. I like the golden Puma logo set against the red. It's a very nice, very clean looking jersey. And then I believe the away kit is the white jersey, and this one I like a lot. I like that golden design, kind of like golden color design that goes down the middle. And I feel like the crest of Morocco really pops against the white and the gold. And then the golden Puma logo accents or complements that design really, really well. Another really clean jersey. And I think Puma did a really great job with it. Okay, guys. So next up we have Paraguay. I actually really like this home jersey. This is supposed to be their home kit, with the white jersey with red stripes and the blue detailing around the edges of the sleeves, and the collar, the little blue Puma sign or logo as you would have it. And I actually really like this one, and it's kind of a little reminiscent for me of previous sort of US soccer jerseys, but I really like this one. It kind of looks like it was almost kind of like a graffiti type spray paint type design going on that they have with the stripes, and I actually really like it, the way they've done it. And then this is supposed to be their away kit from what I have seen them play in, or this is their away kit, excuse me. This one I actually do like. I'm not like a super huge fan of how it's like this kind of like wavy, kind of like flowy like design, and then it's got like these kind of like black streaks going across. I feel like they kind of just should have stuck with like one or the other, and maybe not combined the designs like that. But I do like it. I do like the color scheme a lot, and I think it looks really cool. I just kind of wish they had maybe stuck more with one design or the other. Okay guys, next up is France, and honestly France, I feel like always comes with really good looking jerseys. This is their home kit. I love the color scheme that they did with, you know, the blue and the black, although I don't really know if I'm a super huge fan of the design. I feel like if I look at it up close, I'm kind of like, but if I look at it further away, it's like, okay, like that's actually really cool, because up close, I feel like it's just like, I don't know, it's a lot to look at. But if I, you know, have it like further away from me as I'm looking at it, it actually does look really good, the design itself. But closer up, not really a big fan. I love how they did the golden, I believe it's a rooster, isn't it? And it contrasts really nicely against the blue and the black. I like the little white collar. That's pretty classy. And then this is supposed to be their away kit. I don't remember watching them play in this. I think they have played in this. I honestly can't remember. There have been so many games going on, but it's kind of like this mint green color, and I actually kind of like this. I love how it has, you know, the red, white, and blue there, or well, I guess I should say blue, white, and red for the France, from the end of the sleeve, like the very end, like going down to at the end of the mint green, going down to the edge of the sleeve. And then I like honestly, there's several different pictures with several different angles, several different, you know, lighting setups. So in some, the rooster looks just gold. In this image, it looks like it's different colors. And I actually really like it. I think it looks cool. The Nike symbol looks really cool. I love kind of like the piping that they did, the color that they chose. It appears to be the kind of like a brownish color or a golden color. I don't know. I think this jersey is very clean, very simple, but very clean and very nice. Next up is Belgium. So starting off with their home kit, I really like this jersey. I kept looking at the design. I'm like, those look like little flames. I'm like, that's really cute. And then if you zoom in like up near the collar on the back of the jersey, it's kind of like this little like devil figure, and that's kind of funny. But yeah, and then if you actually kind of zoom in to the design, you can kind of see that brought in. You see kind of like the pitchfork type thing, and then like it has like the flames. And so I don't know. And I also really love the accent from the yellow and the black along the edges of the jersey. A really nice looking jersey. Now this is supposed to be, or this is their away kit. I personally love pink, and I think Robin's Egg Blue is really pretty, but I am not a fan of this jersey. I'm not a fan of, like, I guess that shade of pink with Robin's Egg Blue. I don't know. And the design I know is supposed to be soccer balls. But for me, I'm just not a huge fan of this design or the two colors together. I think if it had been a different shade of pink, I think it would have been a lot better. But personally, not really my thing. I mean, it's still a good looking jersey, but for me, it's just the two colors together. I don't know what it is about it. I just don't really care for that color scheme. Okay, next up we have the United States, and give me a minute, guys, because this one's, I've got a little bit to say about this one. So to start off, we have, you know, our home kit for this year, our match kit, and it's got, you know, the white background with the blue along the edge of the sleeves and the collar. And then we've got the red stripes from obviously our flag, and they look to be flowing. However, this is very, very similar to previous United States jerseys. Okay, so really quick, let's take a look at these US jerseys that have, you know, not only been, you know, from World Cups, but just over, you know, the last, you know, decade or so. So like decade and a half. So 2010, you have the white. 2012, that was not obviously a World Cup year, but we have that jersey with the red stripes going straight across. Then we have stripes again in 2018. This time they did it a little differently with the blue. And then, of course, the 2026 one having stripes. But then if you look at it, and these are the home kits, by the way, if you look at it, 2024, 2022, 2020, 2014, 2010, all look very similar because they're all white with minimal red and blue detailing. 2016 was a little bit different because they actually had the sleeves that light blue, which was a little bit different. And then if we look at this image, this is actually our last 8 kits, or our kits for the last 8 World Cups. So as you can see here, 2026, we've got the stripes, and then we've got our darker color jersey for away. 2022, we had the white, and then we had the blue. The blue did have, you know, a pretty decent design. 2014, again, plain white for the home. We did have that blue, white, and red jersey. That was nice to see, a little different. You know, 2010, we had the white, and then we had the kind of the navy blue with just that white diagonal stripe. And then 2006, excuse me, we had the white jersey with just the red and blue going down. And then, of course, navy blue again for away. As you can see, there's quite a lot of navy blue away kits going on here. Same with same with, I keep wanting to say 20. Same with 2002. Although this home kit was a little different. It had kind of the red and blue coming around the sides. 1998 was, you know, again, mostly white, although this time the away kit was red. But as you can also see, they are literally like the exact same jersey, just different colors. And then 1994 was the kit where we had the red and white stripes going vertically. That's kind of why, you know, the Paraguay jersey kind of made me think of this one. And that's obviously our guy, Alexi Lalas. But if you see the away kit, and I'm not old enough to remember this World Cup. I was, you know, born in 1993. But if that is the away kit, look at how it's blue and it features the stars. So it's featuring the stars, but I kind of like don't like how they have not incorporated the stars from our flag really very much into any other jerseys like that. Like, I think it would have been really nice if this year for this World Cup they would have done obviously if they wanted to keep the home kit like with the stripes and everything, I totally get that, but with the away kit I think it would have been really cool to have featured the stars in a bigger way, because from what I remember from the designs on the other jerseys, it's just it was like no representation for the stars. But it seemed to represent a lot of like the stripes or just red, white, and blue together. As you can see, 2014 and 1988 were the 2 years we had like majority red, you know, away kit jerseys. But I just think it'd be really nice. So maybe for like the next World Cup, and also like here over the next few years in between the World Cup, I think it'd be nice if they started featuring the stars more, because I don't know, it's kind of nice, and it would be something different because like apparently, like as you can see, it really hasn't been done since 1994. All right, guys, now we are headed straight into Portugal and straight into the Portugal jerseys. So this is their home kit. I found the long sleeve one. Obviously, like Ronaldo's always wearing the long sleeve one, so I feel like that one's really popular. But I really like this jersey. It's very clean. Very clean, very nice design, and obviously the lines look a little bit shiny too. I don't know, I just really like it. I think it accents like the person wearing it very well. And of course they have their crest up on the left hand side, the Puma logo, but I just find this jersey very neat, very clean, in a way elegant. And this is their away kit, and this one I actually think is really cool. Not a super huge fan of the color, but I think the design is very, very cool. It's very different. I like that kind of, it appears to be kind of more of a maroon color from where I'm able to see it, and I could be totally wrong about that, but I love the color of the Puma logo. I think it sticks out really well against the colors, and I like how they move that crest right into the middle, so very nice. I also think this is a very clean jersey. Now we get into Portugal's opponent this next week, Spain. Spain's home kit, I feel like this is very traditional for Spain, these colors and the look of it. I love the lines going down. I love how it's broken up by dashes. I love the blue sleeves against the red of the rest of the jersey, and obviously the other colors added in from the stripes of the Adidas logo and their crest. A very simple but very, very nice looking jersey. And then this is their away kit, and I actually really like this one. I think the colors are beautiful. It's a very, very simple jersey, yet it's very classy, and I love it. And I love the little España like in cursive on the back. All right, next up is Brazil. This is their home kit. I do like that nice little subtle design on the jersey and the green stripe going down the side. I like how they kind of did that, what it looks to be like a little green accent around the Nike as well. And I believe it's like a really light green, and they have it around the number as well, and they've got their crest up at the top with those 5 stars. Very, very nice looking jersey for Brazil. And this is their away kit, although again, I don't remember having seen them played in this. Like I said, there's been a lot of games going on, and like I don't even remember like what they were even wearing. I don't even know, but if this is their away kit, which is supposed to be, I actually really like this. I kind of like how the black on the blue almost kind of looks a little bit like a leopard. But I think this is a very, very nice jersey as well. It kind of does look like they have like vertical lines going as well. And this one, like the lines actually kind of go well with the other design, so really nice. Okay, next up is Norway, and guys, I gotta say this home jersey is so beautiful. So obviously we've got the red background with the blue, lines going across, and the design that's on the blue lines is really, really beautiful. It's giving Viking, to be completely honest. As many of you know, kind of like Norway have a history of Vikings, and this design I feel like really brings that out, and kind of how else can I say it? It kind of just brings it to life, and kind of honors kind of, I guess, their heritage of where they come from. I love their little crest over off to the left side, and I like how they put it right there on the blue stripe. Nike did a really good job designing this one. Also, the red appears to have its own little design, and I really, really like it. I can't really make out what it is, but I like it. I like this jersey a lot overall. All right, guys, let's take a minute, because allow me to let's take a minute while I plaster just all 3 of these jerseys up here, because they're all beautiful, gorgeous, and stunning. Okay, Mexico's 3 jerseys are absolutely amazing. The white is clean, okay, simple and clean and beautiful. I love the dark green with the red. I love the way the crest looks. I love the way the Adidas logo looks. I love everything about this jersey. I love the little Somos Mexico on the back in green, white, and red. Absolutely clean. Now for the green one, I have this jersey, my husband has this jersey, our daughter has this jersey. This, from what I understand, has been the most sold jersey for like during the World Cup and leading up to the World Cup, and not just by Mexicans. Okay, not just by Mexicans, and it's understandable. Look at this thing. It's got the Aztec. It's got the Aztec print on the front, on the back. It does have the plain sleeves with the 3 stripes for Adidas going down the side. We've got our crest in color, and then we have again the Somos Mexico. We've got the little red at the end of the sleeves and the red and white around the collar. Honestly, this jersey is very, very beautiful, and I feel like it really points to the culture and traditions of Mexico, and where the people came from. And I can understand why it's the most sold. It's probably the best looking jersey at the World Cup, if I'm being completely honest. I also really, really love the black one. I love the little green, white, and red Adidas logo on it. I love the green, white, and red stripes. I love the way the crest looks. It's very nice. And guys, let's also not forget those embroidered black jerseys that were embroidered by a group of people in Puebla. I now cannot remember which group of people it was, but it was done in Puebla, and those jerseys are absolutely stunning, and they're really expensive, and I really want one. But again, and then I love the design on the black too. It's kind of sticking with kind of like that sort of like Aztec vibe, and it's just very, very cool. Guys, like these are probably the 3 best looking jerseys in the entire World Cup. Now, Mexico will be playing England on Sunday. England is historically a good team. And yeah, it's I bet it's going to be a good game. It's bound to be a very intense game. But let's get into the English jerseys, okay? The home kit is as usual. Usually I believe their home kit is white as well as some of these other countries. Keeping it simple with minor detailing, red and blue. They've got the 3 lions. Very, very simple, but again, clean. And then this is supposed to be their away kit, which again, I don't even remember them playing in. And I actually really like that little design that they have going for the jersey. It's very subtle. And from this angle, from this photo, it's a little hard to see, but it's there. And I love the detailing that they chose. I believe that's either navy blue or black. And they've kind of like Portugal, they've moved that crest into the middle with the Nike symbol below. This is a very, very nice jersey. Also, I love how like when the countries put like their little crest at like the bottom of the numbers on the jersey, I like on the back. I think that's, I don't know, I think it's kind of cute, and so I love how England does that. Okay, guys. So currently, Argentina is playing Cabo Verde. And then there's still one last game tonight. So we don't know who Switzerland or Egypt is going to be playing yet. Although if things stay as they are, I believe Egypt will be playing Argentina, correct? And then Switzerland will be playing Colombia or... Sorry, let me double check the other team really quick. It's going to be Colombia or Ghana. That's right, Colombia or Ghana. Thank you. So since we don't know who they're playing yet, right now I'm just going to continue on with Switzerland's and Egypt's jerseys. So starting with Switzerland, this is their home kit, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of Portugal's in the sense that it has those lines, except Portugal had them going horizontally and kind of like with a little bit of a wave to them. And Switzerland's jersey, it's kind of like they're almost like expanding and contracting like across the jersey, because it's like they get really wide in some parts and more closer together in others. But I really like it. I think it's very elegant, very sleek, and simple, but again, simple can be beautiful. And then this is their away kit. Not a huge fan of the color scheme, but I really liked the design, and I think it's cool. And actually, I kind of like that bluish color that's in there. Just not a fan of, like, I guess, the color scheme overall together. But very, very cool design. Honestly, the blue kind of reminds me a little bit of, like, the mint green of the French away kit. Okay, and as of right now, this is going to be the last one I'm going to do until we get a result from Argentina, Cabo Verde, and Colombia, Ghana. And I'll be adding that to the end of this. We have Egypt's, I believe this is their home kit, yes. And I actually think this home kit is really, really cool. I think the design is really, really cool. I feel like they kind of do a shout out to the pyramids in Egypt by, just the triangular shapes that they have going on. And honestly, it kind of looks like they kind of made them look like pyramids, but I feel like it's just a really nice shout out to Egypt as a country, with the geometric design of it. And obviously everybody knows Egypt, knows the pyramids and stuff like that. So I feel like that was a really good thing that they went with, because everybody was like, oh, they're like bringing out the pyramids, like kind of in the jersey, stuff like that. I think it's a very, very cool looking jersey. Puma did a really nice job with it. I love the little, I believe the Puma logo is golden. It's very nice. And I also kind of like how they have that little, I'm sorry, I forget what this symbol is. But right up here, if you zoom in, they have that symbol. And I think it's kind of nice how they kind of tucked that right in there. Very subtle, very beautiful jersey. So now that the round of 32 has wrapped up, we just have 2 more teams that we have to talk about. This first one really needs no introduction whatsoever. They are one of the most easily recognizable teams by their jerseys. Their jersey is one of the most easily recognized jerseys, and that is Argentina. I have always loved how they've always incorporated their flag into their jersey time and time again with the blue and the white. Although this year they've kind of taken it another step. They've kind of stepped up their game a little bit. Adidas did a really great job with this jersey. I love how they did kind of that ombre blue from the inside to the outside on each of the stripes, where it's light in the middle and then it gets a little darker and then it's a very dark blue on the outside. I've always thought their crest was very beautiful. I love the gold Adidas logo. It goes really well with the blue and the white. And I love how they've kind of, I guess it looks kind of like navy blue for the stripes on the shoulders, and around navy blue and light blue around the collar and the sleeves. So it's a very, very nice looking home jersey. And now, if I understand correctly, this is supposed to be their away kit. This photo is a little bit, well, I don't know if it's actually like kind of dark. It is a little hard to tell. There are other photos that have the blue being a bit brighter, a bit more towards royal blue, but it could be the lighting on those photos as well. But because, you know, we have a photo of Messi in this one, I'm going to go with it based off of this one. I really like the design. They've kept that blue and white to represent their flag, but this time they don't have that normal light blue. But and they've also done a different, very kind of swirly, I almost want to say slightly floral design with the blue and white, and I think it came out really, really well. And I think Adidas did a really great job with this one as well. It's something different, something that we haven't seen before from Argentina in terms of their jerseys, and I think it's very refreshing and I really, really like it. Okay, and finally, the last team that sealed their ticket to the round of 16 is Colombia. So Colombia's home jersey is traditionally yellow with red and blue accents. I mean, again, a very easily recognizable jersey with the crest, because it's the home jersey is pretty much always yellow. And this time they've done this really beautiful, it looks like butterflies, actually, like monarch butterfly designs, along with kind of like some florals maybe, but I definitely can make out big butterflies. And I think that's really, really beautiful. And again, I love that, you know, it has the red and blue accents. I think it goes really well with the yellow, or almost kind of golden yellow. And then this is supposed to be their away kit. I do not recall seeing this, and according to what I've looked up, this is their away kit. Again, I don't remember every team's away kit, and so I've been trying to verify, you know, what is and what isn't their away kits, or what are and what aren't their away kits. Because with all the games and everything, I'm not really paying attention very much to the jerseys. I'm paying attention to the play, you know what I mean, and what's going on. But again, this is supposed to be their away kit, and I actually really, really like this. I think the design is cool. I think the color scheme is cool. I think the kind of like lime or green, it's kind of like a lime green highlighter yellow type mix, a little more lime green than highlighter yellow. I think it complements the colors, the color scheme well. They've got that kind of dark navy blue thrown in there as well along the collar and the sleeves. And then they've changed up the colors of their crest to go along with the jersey. And Adidas did a really good job with this one as well. I really, really like this jersey. I think it's really cool. possible. But yeah, guys, that is it for this video. Again, this was just kind of a review, like kind of my personal opinion, my personal review of the look of all the different jerseys for the teams that made it into the round of 16. And then I am thinking of another kind of cool video idea to kind of talk about the countries that make it into the quarterfinals. So I will see you guys in the next video. But before you go, guys, please don't forget to like, click subscribe, and turn on post notifications so that way you can keep up with my content. Thank you so much for all your support, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.